Today we're going to be playing with a crazy deck that can pretty much reanimate anything as early as turn 3. It's crazy. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Today we're going to be playing with this Sultai Emergence deck, otherwise known as using Squirming Emergence, a 3-mana reanimate pretty much anything spell. The mana cost of whatever we reanimate, any non-land permanent, has to be equal to or less than the number of permanent cards in our graveyard. That's our creatures, any planeswalkers if we had them, enchantments, artifacts, and lands, because lands are permanents. It's not non-land permanents. So we just get loads of lands in the graveyard, and we can reanimate anything. So the way we want to put things in the graveyard is using Otherworldly Gaze. We can use Phalagi Archaeologist. We can use the Founding of the Third Path, which helps us cast spells for free, but also mills as well. We can use Picklock Prankster to mill some cards, and we can use Cruel Somnophage to mill some cards as well, and we can even use Bitter Triumph and discard something. So removal with the added benefit of being able to discard anything big that we want to reanimate. Then we have Shieldred as kind of, if we don't get to reanimate things, we might still be able to play a Shieldred to be able to block off mono red, mono white, anything that can't deal with a Shieldred. And we also have Terror Tide, which gives all creatures -X equal to the number of permanents in our graveyard. So a pretty easy board wipe that works based on these things being in the graveyard. And then we have the huge spells that we want to reanimate, and we have a variety of them. I really like decks like this, where you get to play a variety of things. We don't want to have 4 Atalis in the graveyard, because then if we only have the option of those Atalis, we have no option. We have only one thing we can pick. But if we have 4 of these different spells in the graveyard, then we have whichever card suits the particular challenge we have. If all the opponent's creatures are all 1/1s, then we can get ourselves a Toxrill and completely wipe the board in one turn. We can get a Jin-Gitaxias if our opponent's going to have lots of instants and sorceries that are a pain, or artifacts. We've got Virtue of Persistence for some early removal, but also can reanimate these things by itself. We have Atali because Atali is awesome. And we have Atraxa because Atraxa, once reanimated, not only gains us lots of life potentially, but brings loads of extra things to our hand. And we have another copy of One with the Multiverse in this deck as well, because if we can reanimate a One with the Multiverse, we only need 8 permanents in the graveyard, then we can cast anything for free. So if we have our Atalis and things in our hand, we can cast them for nothing. We can also cast off the top of our library, so that really helps us. So that's the best one to get, really. In fact, we could have 2 copies of that in here, but we have to manage enough spells to mill and survive the early game, and enough big things to bring back as well. So it's a bit of a balancing act. That's why we've only got 1 of them in the deck, and we're running 25 lands, mostly like 1 of each basic. We've got 12 here, 2 color lands, slow lands, fast lands, and pain lands for blue and black, because all of our early spells are blue and black. And then we have to have green in there somewhere, because we have to be able to cast Squirming Emergence. We can mill this using the Archaeologist or the Picklock Prankster and put it in our hand, or if it's in the graveyard, we can use Founding the Third Path, third chapter here, to exile it from our graveyard and cast a copy of it. We need to have the right mana though, so we need to have green for that. So that's the deck. It brings all these big things back as early as turn 3. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see if we get a game where we bring it back as early as turn 3 today. So we're going to play some games with this and see how we do. Here we go. Okay, so we've got our Otherworldly Gaze on turn 1, and we have 2 copies of Squirming Emergence in our hand. That's not too bad. Keep that. So in theory, if we can mill something really good, or surveil something really good, which I'll do on the opponent's turn, just to keep a bit more of mystery. Don't want to give away anything too much too soon. Okay. See what we surveil. Want to put things like Titan of Industry in the graveyard. Otherworldly Gaze. Yeah, let's put that in there because we can always flash it back. Want to go with our next land. We don't need to return things to our hand, so I'll probably do another Otherworldly Gaze. We could do the Archaeologist. Maybe I'll do the Archaeologist. If the opponent kills it, then it's another non-land permanent in the graveyard. Well, not non-land. It's another permanent in the graveyard. We have a Shield Red. Don't have anything too amazing in there. Titan of Industry is pretty good, depending on what we're facing. Okay, I think they're doing doing something bad to us by destroying a land. That's actually just putting another. Hold on a minute. It's just putting another permanent in the graveyard. But did we just mill like all of our basics? We've got the blue, the black, and we've got the green in our hand. So actually, that was a pretty good Field of Ruin. Don't really want to mill all of our basics immediately. Attack. And we'll probably use the Otherworldly Gaze rather than the Prankster. More basics in the deck would not be too bad, I think. One bit of Triumph. Got to be Planeswalkers here somewhere. Keep that in my hand. We've got the Atali in the graveyard, which is the important thing. Now we just need to have, 3 lands. Wow, okay. We should be able to cast our Atali now, but we can't. Because they're actually destroying our land so well. Okay. Well, we've got lands again. Wonder what they're going to do apart from destroying lands. So again, on end step or on their turn, we'll do an Otherworldly Gaze. See what else we get in the graveyard. Gonna make it to, 3 lands. Wow. Okay, what are they gonna do? Things, okay, that's fine. Traxxer, Multiverse, perfect, okay. So despite all of that nonsense of destroying all of our lands, this is going to be pretty good. So let's get the Atali first, because we can always get the one with the Multiverse in the moment. See what we get from them. Edict and Prankster. Let's mill some cards. Don't need the Edict. Good thing is, if they kill Atali, we can just bring it back again. We have a pretty effective -13/-13 board wipe over here as well. Who needs more than 3 lands, right? Oh, they stole our Prankster. Not the best thing for them to steal from us. Destroy Atali, I'm okay with that. In fact, what I think I might do is just... I could bring back the Virtue, because then we can get all these other things. The one with the Multiverse is nice as well. One with the multiverse might not help us cast any big things because most of them are in the graveyard. I want to get them out of the graveyard. So can they destroy Virtue of Persistence? Guessing not. Which means we can bring something back every turn. What should we go with? Well, there's so many things. Let's just get a Tali. I bet they've got some really cool things. We can steal them. There's an Edict, so they can lose a non-token creature. A Triumph, where we can pay 3 life. We've got loads of life to spare. Looking pretty good right now. We bring back the multiverse now. And let's just go with a free shield red. Right, if they don't have a board wipe, then we've won. Although, to be honest, if they have a board wipe, bring it all back next turn anyway, so not really much they can do here. Reach the multiverse, maybe? Yeah, big score's not going to do it. Throwing those extra cards is not a good idea right now. Destroy my lands if you like. I can cast things for free. It's not going to matter. And down the house. Not bad. There are 2 creatures, but we can always bring them back. Let's just bring back this shield red. I know we could bring back bigger things. Land off the top, and why not cast a Doctril for free? And let's found the 3rd path. And oh, okay, they've gone. They're not too bad. Okay, opponent's going first. Can build something for free. Kind of for free. Founding, if we get 4th land, we've got shield red. We're winning some things. Gets a Terror Tide, that's not too bad. Is it going to be dinosaurs? Let's go with of now. Basic item next turn, cast Founding the 3rd path. Do we get to destroy a yearling? Oh, we do. Let's do that then. And even more perfect, we're going to Bitter Triumph, discard a card, destroy the yearling. Let's discard a Traxxas. There's not too much dinosaur decks can do about managing the graveyard, unless they have a paleontologist and want to use it creatively. There's the Raptor, so we're going to cast things on our turn this time. Mill 4 cards. There's 4 lands, okay. And go here, and we're going to cast this on our turn. Now we've got enough mana to do the thing. If we happen to mill the thing, we have not. We've just milled loads and loads of lands. Okay. Well, we've got loads of lands there. We can cast a Bitter Triumph from the graveyard. Or we can decline that, I guess, and we can just Terror Tide if we want to destroy some big things. Big. Paleontologist. They're gonna exile their own things from the graveyard, probably. Do we want to do this? I guess. Yeah, I guess so. And let's... I'm gonna pay 3 life, although I might regret that. We could have discarded something. So let's go with the river, and then... Yes, the prankster. Although we could wait to see what they do and cast a Bitter Triumph on something. Oh no, there's just... Yeah. And you can't decide. Let's just leave it. I don't want to cast the prankster and then need to Terror Tide and kill my own prankster. Although the prankster itself isn't going to do much. With a hasty creature. Discard a card. Destroy this. You can spare a land. 4 lands is kind of all we need, really. Let's... we could do the Archaeologist and the Prankster. And then we still have the Terratide if we need it. I guess. See what we get here. Pounding. Okay. And then... go with the Prankster for now. Waiting them to pay their big Dracosaur thing so we can just Terratide everything. It will. He's so kind. Play a big dinosaur so I can kill it. Oh, look. There he is. Chomp? No, no chomps. Let's do the river and let's just Terratide now. Yeah, let's just get everything in the graveyard. Okay. Another land would be good. We get Shieldred and... oh, there it is. And Founding. Might as well go with Chapter 2, mill some cards. There's the Emergence. Is there anything good to bring back with the Emergence? Oh, Atali. Oh, we have a Traxxas. What do you think they'll appreciate the most? They appreciate an Atali or an Atraxa? Well, they are a dinosaur deck. We do kind of need cards, but Atali feels more fun. Let's go with Atali. See if we steal a good dinosaur. Oh, they've gone. Never mind. That was fun. Okay, opponent going first, but we have a good spread of colours. We have a Gaze for turn 1. Feels good. What we're against. Soldiers. Probably more likely control. Okay. So let's get a Traxxas in there. The other Gaze can go there as well, I guess, and the land. Let's get as many permanents in there as we can. Okay, and then we're going to want to... well, let's just use the Virtue now. Want to get rid of as many things as possible. Give ourselves time to get Shieldred out. Or Terratide. Go really wide. Which I feel like they will. So, the Gaze will help us get things... there you go. That needs to die. But, it does need to die. But we're going to do it on their turn if we need to. You can always bit a Triumph if it gets too big. It's going to hit us for 1, then I really don't mind. Okay, was that it? Okay, cool. Let's do Gaze. Emperor, okay. They didn't want to do that, like, you know, during attacking. So there goes, that goes, that goes. One in our hand. Let's just get them all in the graveyard. Let's draw something else on the page. Okay. It'll be a 2-2 at the moment. And we can... let's pay some life to get rid of that one over there. And again, probably Gaze. I'm waiting for them to play really wide things, but they're really not doing it. So, okay. More land, land. Want any more land? You don't need it. How many permanents have we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's get some more permanents in the graveyard. Just put them all in there. It'd be nice to get a Squirming Emergence. So we can Terratide now for 7, which means kind of doesn't matter how big this bunny corn is getting. Why don't we just threaten block? We could use Boseiju to destroy Virtue of Loyalty. I guess we'll probably do. Get lost, okay. Right, now we're getting to the point where I want to kill some things. So let's get rid of this. And I feel like, what do we want to put out here? Maybe we'll just put out the Somnophage. We're taking some damage from these pain lands, which is not ideal. And then we might as well explore now. So we're going to block. I can't believe they've only got the Bunnycorn. Waiting for them to go really wide. Okay, now let's just do Terratide. And they're running out of cards. Yeah. Again, more pain. And I'll probably do the Prankster. Maybe the Otherworldly Gaze. They're out of creatures for now. Oh, okay, we have a Schooner. We need creatures to make that work. We have no creatures. So let's just do the Gaze. More lands. Wow, okay. Well, in this case, we've got some things in the graveyard. Although we could be taking at least 3 here. Not ideal. Another Virtue of Loyalty? Wow. Okay. Well, we're going to get a Traxxas back. Draw some cards. Add a Traxxas for free. And we're going to get... We want Jinga Texas. I think they do have Get Lost, so maybe... better than the other ones. Yeah, I think so. Triumph for land. Let's do that. So, get the marsh going. What else can we merge? Re-emerge. We don't have much in there. Why don't we then... okay. What I was going to say is we kill the Bunnycorn, discard the Jingataxis, do the Squirming Emergence to bring back either Jingataxis or probably Shieldred, just to start gaining some life. Possibly. Or we could just Squirming Emergence the Jingataxis, which means whenever we do that, we get to do 2 of them. Good fun. Okay, so far we have 3 for 3. How is this going to go? We can discard something. We've got double black for Shieldred if we draw another land. We have some big things we want to discard, really. So let's go with tap land first. Make sure we've got 2 mana on turn 2. Okay, and then we can do the Prankster's Adventure after the Deep Cavern Bat. Let's do it before the Deep Cavern Bat. Oh, Squirming Emergence. They're going to steal it. That's fine. They steal that. We still want the Bitter Triumph, so they'll probably take the Bitter Triumph instead. Kind of have to take the removal with the bats. There we go. Otherwise, we'll just put Boxrel in the graveyard. Okay. So, we can emerge, but we only have 3, so that's kind of rubbish. So we're going to put out Blocker. And then next turn we'll have a Shieldred. Skitter is going to start eating our graveyard. That is not ideal. Need to kill him. So we could go with Shieldred. We could hope with Picklock Prankster we get to pick a the removal. How likely is that to work? Not very likely, but worth a try. Oh look, we got a bit of Triumph. Perfect. So we want to discard a card. We're going to kill Lord Skitter, and I think Toxrill is the one. They might have another Skitter, which would be annoying. If they don't, we get to kill their 1/1s by bringing back Toxrill. We just need 3 more permanents in the graveyard. Don't have another. Okay, that's perfect. No more Skitters at the moment, otherwise they probably would have cast it. So we could do Shieldred, although there's really no point. It's for 1. We're not going to block. Okay. So we just need 3 more things in the graveyard. It's 7, isn't it? That's where there's 7. Yes, Virtue of Loyalty, okay. Going to counteract Toxrill slightly. Let's do this now. 3 more permanents. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Pretty happy with that. Game indeed. They knew where this was going. Okay. And we're done with the games for today. That was 4 games we played in a row with 4 wins. No edited out, no games we took out. It's just, yeah, straight 4 wins, which is pretty good. My win rate for this deck is currently 57%, although that is after a bit of changing up the cards. So I think the win rate is on the up since we tried some other cards that didn't work quite so well. We used to have 4 Somnophages in it, which seems good because we have the sorcery to mill things and we have a creature. But because we don't have that many creatures in our deck, we have lots of other, instants and sorceries and enchantments and things. The Somnophage doesn't normally get that big, so only having 2 of them is probably the right call. Bit of Triumph is really important. Otherworldly Gaze does loads of work, and obviously Squirming Emergence is the thing that pulls it all together. I think having a good variety of these things at the end, like I said, is the best thing you can do. You could try and have 4 Atalies and 4 Attractors or something. It's just going to limit your options. If you have a really wide board to deal with of 1/1s, you definitely want that Toxrill. If you have instants that your opponent is going to keep casting, especially if they're top decking and they only have like 1 card in their hand, they can't get around Jin-Gitaxias. If they have 2 cards, they could cast an instant they don't want, and then cast the instant they actually want to cast afterwards, and that would work. But when they're top decking, this is perfect. And then 1 with the multiverse. If we get that out, we can just do everything for free. It's amazing. So, the deck isn't always like 100%. I did have quite a lot of luck today. Let me know what you think about this deck in the comments. It's not a cheap deck in terms of rares and mythics. In fact, I think it's something like 39 rares and mythics in the deck. We have loads of lands that are almost only 3 of the lands are basic lands. Everything else is a rare land. And then obviously all these big things are rares and mythics. So it is an expensive deck, but it's pretty fun to play. And as you saw in those games, the opponent will give up when they know they've got no chance. You're going to reanimate huge things. You just have to watch out for things like Lord Skitter. They're going to try and eat all of your graveyard. So yeah, that's it for today. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Have a look at my Patreon if you want to join my community. And yeah, thanks for watching this video to the end. I'll see you next time.